Every day is awesome. We just have to get through it. Resonance. Welcome back to Human Velocity X, Frequency 2 navigating the signal. My name still isn't important. The message is, before we begin, thank you for hearing, thank you for listening, and thank you for being. We've just completed Frequency 1, a quiet awakening for the aware, and now we step into Frequency 2, navigating the signal. If you're just joining us, welcome. This journey isn't about belief, no doctrine, no conversion. This is simply form and function, so we can better understand purpose. Now, let's continue. Just breathe in and out. Allow a face to rise in your mind, someone who made your chest relax the very first time you met them. That feeling, that breath, that quiet recognition. That's what today is about. The hidden truth about familiarity. Some people feel like home before your mind even finds the front door. They enter the room and something in your body loosens. Not because they said the right thing, because the system stopped bracing. Your chest opens first, your breath deepens before you even notice it. Your shoulders drop as if your muscles suddenly remembered what safety feels like. It's subtle, but unmistakable. You don't analyze it, you don't question it, you just feel it. And for a moment, everything inside you returns to neutral. It isn't attraction. Attraction can be loud, fast, exciting. This isn't that. It isn't intellect. You don't feel it. Because someone is impressive or interesting, it isn't even comfort. Comfort grows with time. This arrives immediately. What you're feeling is recognition. Your resonance field has already met this pattern before, not the person. The pattern, the rhythm of their nervous system, the steadiness of their presence, the honesty in that tone. Your body notices these things long before your biography learns their names, before conversation explains it, before logic justifies it. Something deeper simply says, this feels right. That moment isn't coincidence, it's alignment. Two internal systems finding the same pace. And when that happens, the body doesn't debate, it exhales. That's why some people feel like home immediately. Because home was never a location, it was always a frequency. The body knows before the mind. Your body doesn't wait for someone's resume to decide how it feels. It doesn't need background information. It doesn't need a story, it reacts instantly. Breathing slows, pulse steadies, eyebrows soften, stomach unknots. The shoulders release tension. You didn't even realize you were holding thoughts clear. Not because anything was solved, because nothing feels threatening. You can meet someone for 20 seconds and feel safer than with people you've known for 20 years. And that can confuse the mind. The mind asks, how can that be possible? But the body isn't measuring history, it's measuring alignment, tone, pace, presence. That's not inconsistency. That's calibration. Your field recognizes theirs the way a song recognizes its key when the notes match. The system relaxes when they don't. The system braces. No explanation needed, just response. Here's something important that many people misunderstand. Intensity is not the same as home. Intensity can feel powerful. It can feel magnetic, exciting, overwhelming. But intensity floods the system. It speeds things up. Home does the opposite. Home steadies. Home slows your breathing. Home lets you exist without performing. Intensity pulls you forward. Home lets you arrive. A difference matters, because a body can feel both. And once you learn the distinction, you stop confusing emotional fireworks with emotional safety. Doesn't explode, it settles. A moment. I once met someone for the first time. Nothing dramatic, But 5 words into the conversation, my entire system softened. Not because of what they said, because of what they were. No guardedness, no tension, no scanning me emotional weather. Just an internal whisper. You can breathe here. That wasn't magic. That wasn't fate. That wasn't romance. That was resonance memory. My field recognized the frequency. It trusted long before we exchanged stories.
Familiar isn't always good. But here's an important truth. Sometimes someone feels familiar, not because they are home, but because they match a pattern from your past. A parent, a wound, a role you once carried, a dynamic you survived before. Your nervous system has seen that rhythm. It recognizes the tone, the pace, and the emotional gravity of the moment. So when it appears again, something inside you says, I know this. But knowing something doesn't always mean it's safe. Familiarity can mean recognition, but it can also mean repetition. A cycle your body practiced long before you understood it. Your field remembers safety, but it also remembers danger. It remembers tension that became normal. It remembers chaos that became routine. And because of that, some people can feel strangely familiar even when they're not good for you. Not every familiar person is home. Some are echoes. Old emotional weather arriving in a new forecast. Some are history wearing a new face, and learning to recognize that difference is part of becoming aware. Because your body often knows the truth first, long before your mind interprets the signal, before logic explains it, before language catches up. Your system has already felt the shift, and when you learn to trust that signal, familiar stops being confusing. It becomes information. Reflection. So let me ask you something gently. Who felt familiar the moment you met them? And what kind of familiarity was it? A breath of relief, a wave of ease, or a quiet tightening in your ribs? Your body already knows why some feel like home. There are a few reasons certain people feel like home immediately. It's rarely dramatic. There's no announcement, no fireworks, just a quiet alignment. Our emotional pacing matches. Conversations don't rush, silence don't feel awkward. The rhythm between you moves naturally. You breathe life at the same tempo, not literally, but energetically. Your nervous systems don't compete, they cooperate. The presence carries the same internal honesty. Not loud, not performative, not trying to win the room, just awake. There's nothing to decode, nothing to translate. The field is clean, unmasked, coherent. You don't feel manipulation. You don't feel hidden tension. You feel steadiness, and the deepest reason. Some people feel like home is this. The presence matches the healed version of you, not the broken you, not the guarded you, not the version of you built around survival. The version of you that exists underneath all of that. The version that breathes easier, speaks more honestly, moves without armor. As someone resonates with that version of you, the system recognizes it immediately. And the experience is strange in the best way. It doesn't feel like meeting someone new. It feels like remembering something, like rediscovering a rhythm you forgot you knew. That's why it feels different. Not like attraction, not like excitement, like returning. Because sometimes the people who feel like home aren't strangers at all. They're reflections of the part of you that was always meant to live freely. Everyday examples. This isn't only romantic.
People often think the feeling of home must mean love, partnership, or destiny. But that's too narrow. Home shows up in ordinary places. A kind older man at a bus stop who speaks with calm steadiness. A stranger who says one genuine sentence that cuts through your whole day. A co-worker who never drains you, no matter how long the shift is. A teacher who made you feel seen in a room where everyone else felt invisible. A friend you didn't expect to click with, but somehow conversation never runs dry. A child whose innocence quietly disarms every wall you built. Moments like that happen all the time. Small interactions, brief encounters, simple exchanges. But something inside you settles, not excitement, recognition. Home isn't always partnership. Sometimes it's presence. Sometimes it's timing. Sometimes it's a single moment where two people share the same honesty without needing anything from each other. No agenda, no performance, just alignment for a moment. And those moments matter because they remind you that resonance isn't rare. It's just quiet. And the more aware you become, the more often you notice those small, steady signals of home appearing in everyday life.
And let's be honest. You met someone who felt like home instantly. And someone else who felt like a timeshare salesman in human form before they even said hello. Your feel doesn't miss when home changes. And here's something gentle that many people don't talk about. People who once felt like home may stop feeling that way. Not suddenly, not dramatically, just gradually. The rhythm shifts. Conversations feel different. Silences feel heavier. The alignment that once felt effortless starts requiring effort. And that can feel confusing, because you remember how natural it once was, but this doesn't mean someone failed. It doesn't mean the relationship was false. It means resonance changed. Sometimes you outgrow a frequency you once matched perfectly. The person you were then fit the moment. But growth rewrites the field. Healing rewires what feels familiar. Awakening shifts emotional gravity. Things that once felt safe may now feel limiting. Things that once felt exciting may now feel exhausting. That's not betrayal. That's evolution. We didn't lose home. You became someone new who needs a different wavelength. And sometimes the most respectful thing two people can do is acknowledge that shift without forcing the past to become the future. Because resonance isn't static, it moves. Just like you. Reflection. Who used to feel like home but no longer does. No judgment, no guilt, just truth. You feel evolves even when relationships don't. Compassion and clarity. And remember something important. Some wonderful people will never feel like home. Not because they lack kindness, not because they lack depth, not because either of you did something wrong. They simply move at a different internal rhythm. That may feel like another country, another climate, another landscape entirely. You can admire it, you can respect it, you can even enjoy visiting. But you know, you don't live there. Some people are the mountains when you are ocean. Some are the deserts when you are forest. Both beautiful, both real. Just not the same environment. And recognizing the difference doesn't make you cold, it makes you clear. Compassion means wishing someone well. Clarity means knowing where you truly belong. You don't owe alignment where alignment doesn't exist. You can honor people without forcing resonance. Because the goal isn't to connect with everyone. The goal is to recognize the few places where your spirit can actually rest. So here's your permission, clean and simple. You are allowed to trust the people who deepen your breath. You are allowed to trust the ease in your chest. You are allowed to trust
That quiet moment when your body says, I don't have to shrink around you. No guarding, no editing yourself, no measuring every word, just presence. Real presence, and that feeling matters more than long explanations. Home isn't earned, it's recognized. It doesn't require proof, it doesn't require a resume. It shows up in the body first, in breath and posture, in a sudden absence of tension. The field knows who is safe for you long before your mind writes the explanation. Before logic organizes it, before stories form around it, the system already felt the truth. And here's the quiet realization. Peace doesn't need justification. Calm doesn't require debate. You don't need evidence to trust what steadies you. You don't need permission to remain where your breath deepens. Sometimes the clearest signal in life is the simplest one. Your body relaxes, and when that happens, you're not imagining something. You're recognizing it. Grounded. Take a slow breath in and out. Feel your chest soften. Feel your shoulders drop. Feel your mind quiet. This is the feeling of home, not fireworks, alignment. Just breathe. If you've always felt safe with a few and guarded with many, if you've recognized someone before learning their story, if you've ever thought, I know you, without having met, there was never anything strange about you. You weren't moving too fast. You weren't imagining things, you weren't naive, you were listening to resonance. Maybe you weren't feeling too much. Maybe you were feeling first. That's the signature of a reason. True sensed early. Connection recognized instantly, home detected without directions, final realization. Let this land deeply. Some people feel like home because they align with the healed version of your soul. Not the wounded one, not the guarded one, not the version of you that learned to survive. The version that exists beneath all of that. The one that breathes easier, speaks honestly, moves without armor. When someone's presence matches that version of you, something inside recognizes it immediately. Not with excitement, with relief. Your body remembers safety even when your mind is still learning it. It remembers what calm feels like, what steadiness feels like, what truth without performance feels like. And when that signal appears in another person, your system doesn't need time to vote on it. It simply responds. Breathe deepens, shoulders drop, thoughts quiet. Recognition isn't magic, it's resonance, remembering itself. Two systems finding the same frequency. And in that moment, nothing has to be forced, nothing has to be proven, you just know. And sometimes, that quiet knowing is the clearest truth you will ever feel. Thanks for sharing this one with me. You're a reasoner. And the way you feel home in certain people is part of your clarity. Not a flaw. Next time we explore something familiar. Why you overthink even when you already know the truth? Because sometimes overthinking is just your mind trying to catch up to what your resonance already decided. Every day is awesome. You just have to get through it. I'll see you in episode 9. Dedicated to those who feel stuck in the noise, overloaded, overstimulated, carrying invisible weight every day. If you feel numb, it's not weakness. It's what happens when awareness carries too much alone. Just breathe.